Hey guys, Landon Smith here with Remax Professionals, and it's time for a market update. It's been a while since I've given one of these, but I want to let you know exactly what's going on in our real estate market here in the Denver metro area. And some of the things that we've been watching that are really interesting right now are, transactions were at an all-time low. We were down to 2,000 transactions in the month of January, which is like we haven't been there since 2010. So that was low. A lot of people still holding on to those low interest rates, not moving, even though they have needs. The need doesn't supersede their almost like the pride of having that low rate and how much they're saving in interest. And I've been there. I've experienced that as well before we sold back in November and bought in January. So I get it. I understand. I held on for a very long time. It'll be interesting to see, how many people hold on for the long term and how many end up, that need supersedes what they're, contemplating as far as the financial aspect goes. And so that's one thing that's going on. We're seeing homes last for about 42 days on average on the market right now in the month of May. So that's down from where it was before, and we're seeing that that's a pretty good time. Balanced market's about 75 days on market, and so homes are selling at about half of that. And the good ones that are updated, that look great on the inside, they're going way faster than the stuff that's cosmetically tired or dated or lacks emotional appeal. So that's one thing that we're still doing for a lot of people is just prepping the home right so it has that appeal before it hits the market. Another fact is 5.5% growth appreciation over the last year, which is awesome. We love seeing that because with higher interest rates, you would think that it would really slow down pricing, but we're still seeing price increases. And of course, if you're listening to this on the outside looking in, you haven't bought a house yet, you're probably like, no, we don't like to see that. We want values to plummet and come down. And, as much as I would love to see affordability improve, I just don't see home values plummeting anytime soon in the Denver metro area. We still have a really high level of demand out there. When you think about the pent up demand of, last year, 22% less people bought or moved than the year before. And then the year before that, in 2022, is 20% less than the year before. And so with that few people moving, it's not because they don't want to. It's because they're not, because of their financial situation and increased, the inflation has obviously put a toll on all of us, and affordability has been an issue. And so that's the only reason why it's not happening more. I think, as interest rates drop, and they could as we get closer to the election and closer to next year, economists continue to say we should see rates in the sixes, low sixes by the end of the year, and then in the fives next year. So fingers crossed that happens. I would love for economists to be right for once. But those are some of the key factors that we watch all the time. If you want to compare just number of transactions, we did 2,000 transactions in the market overall as far as people moving in January. Now we're up to about 4,200 again, and the high that we were at, in 2021, 2020 was almost 8,000 a month during that time frame. So it's about half of the people that were moving during that time. And it's all being slowed down by costs and by payments because you live in your payment. That's what people are concerned about right now. And so that's what's going on in the market. Good homes are still selling. They're selling quickly, and so it's a great time to be a seller, especially if you've updated your home. That's just a great spot to be in right now. And especially with the season, May is prime time as far as listing your house goes. And then on the buy side, when you look at it, you say, okay, affordability is tough right now. It's a little trickier, but is it going to get better in the next 5 years? And I think the answer is no. I don't see a home, a plummeting in home values. And, our supply is good, but not great. We have about 7,500 units on the market right now as we speak today. And economists say 12,000 is balanced. So we're still not to a balanced market. It's still technically a seller's market in that regard. And so, I don't see values going down anytime soon unless we just have a ton of supply dumped into the market. And so much, 90% of whether values go up or down is supply and demand. And the demand is there. We have huge population sizes in the Gen Zs, in the millennials that want to be buying right now. They want to be moving up. They want to be buying their first home, and they're not. And as soon as affordability changes a little bit as far as interest rates go, I think you're going to see a storm of people trying to buy during that time. And so my recommendation would be, if you are looking to buy now. Do it before those interest rates go down and everybody and their mom tries to get in and buy a house at the same time, because it's not as fun. We experienced that in 2020 and 2021. Everybody was buying at the same time with interest rates at all-time lows, and it was pandemonium, just crazy. We're talking people offering 100,000 over asking price for a home that backed to a 6-lane road, like Broadway. That's a real experience I had. We had 32 offers on a place. It went for 105,000 over asking price. Cash closing in 2 weeks. Waived appraisal, waived inspection, everything. I mean, it's just absurd what people do when there's that much competition and how hard it becomes to buy a home. So better to buy now when you can, really request for the seller to buy down the rate for you. You can be alone on a property, not have to compete so much. You're going to save so much more money on purchase price. And then guess what? Rates change. They continue to change up and down all the time. So as rates drop, you can refinance. It's called marrying the house and dating the rate, right? Is what we like to say. So something you can do to get in while pricing is where it is before it rises at the national average of 5% per year, and then change your rate later and get to a more affordable payment situation. So hopefully that all makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, any of that, because I'm kind of speaking quickly here with realtor language and statistics and stuff, if any of it doesn't make sense, just give me a call. My number's right here. You can schedule an appointment with me, and I'd be happy to walk you through market information, talk about your specific situation, see if it's the right time for you. Why are you continuing to throw money away to a landlord when you could be your own homeowner and benefit from all the great things that homeownership brings, such as appreciation, cash flow, sometimes on a rental property, right? Interest deductions, different things like that can really help you and pay yourself every month on principal, instead of just paying the landlord all that money. Rent is 100% interest, you guys. Interest rates right now are at about 6 7/8 interest. So much better than paying rent, the full amount to the landlord and just watching that money flush down the toilet every single month. So hope you've enjoyed. I'll keep you posted on what the market's doing moving forward. And if you like this video, please remember to subscribe. Click on that button so that you can see more market updates, tours around town of different properties that I tour, and also community information, spotlights on different neighborhoods and that sort of thing here in the Denver metro area. Thanks for listening.